Welcome back to MyGM 2K25 Extreme. I am your host, attackslug. It is the go-home show for Survivor Series, and Cody not getting that shot just yet at that North American title. The question is, what match do we need to have for tomorrow's episode? What can we get at level 4 for tomorrow is the overall question here, considering our ongoing rivalries. Would it be AJ and Alistair, or would it be Bayley and Maurice? I'm thinking maybe Bayley and Maurice, only because of a potential stamina gain back for AJ and Alistair, and the fact that I want to make sure to have Cody in that picture for the title next week. So perhaps making sure that Alistair Black retains that title on the show today would be most prudent. We shall see. We know our tag team deal is done, and that's good. And perhaps a new tag team partner for Solo might just be the Giant Omos next week. Maybe. There are things that can be done here on the show, but let's see what there is to book now. Chelsea has 40 stamina. Who else is down there in the stamina? It is Fatu. Okay, so he might not even be on this show, because I don't think I have a card for Physio, and spending 30k on a card for Physio seems like, hey man, CM Punk played that power card to make sure my cards would cost more in the store, so nah. Options to consider. I did want to put Cody and Omos in the cage to finish up that feud on this show, but I feel like that means at level 4, the main event should be our tag teams for those tag team titles, and making sure that the certain tag team wins, which is the faces and not the heels. So Giovanni and Solo, Tyler and Trick for those tag team titles. And I can still put more on this matchup. So I can still kind of say, hey man, what if it was a Hell in a Cell at 48,000? Like, I could do that. We're at 197 in our budget, right? So the thing I do want to do at some point is buy more logistics. So the question is, how's that going to work? Triple H wants one underground match this week. And maybe, what does that even do? What does that even cost? Because I don't even know. AJ Styles and Alistair Black. The underground match is an 18,000 cost with a 50% chance of injury and extra fans for each week of injury on any of the superstars that participate. So Triple H just wants guys getting hurt, and I don't agree with that game. But I do agree with a title matchup and making sure that Alistair Black retains that title for Cody to challenge on the show next week. But speaking of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who is in that Giant Omos feud, who is at 40 stamina, which is not great. And yeah, we're spending on that too. So that is a solid steel cage, which costs 42,000, but it does resolve the rivalry, which brings us to 90k out of our 197 budget right now, which is not great. I do want the call-out promo, Maurice to Bayley, and that should get us to 4 on that for tomorrow. We have the lovely Chelsea Green and Natalya. And yet Chelsea's stamina also not great. But I do wonder what would happen if I booked Javon and Jacob just to get that out of the way. And if there's an injury, I do still have a power card for that. I've had it for a long time now because I work smarter and don't grind them into dust on my roster. So that might be your show, because otherwise I don't know. So normal, cage, normal, Hell in a Cell. I want to make sure that Alistair Black retains that title and make sure that Trick and Tyler win those tag team titles. Of course, at 93, we can't not have our charity promo from Big Diesel, Shaq. So, that is a 108 now on this show. Quite the pricey go-home show when you know I need some more logistics. And that's really, hey, perhaps this show will make some good money, but I can't guarantee that, honestly. So this should resolve this level 2, this should resolve in the cage, this level 2, and this should resolve. And this should get to level 4. So overall, not a bad go-home show, and it has things set up for next week. Lock that one in at a very costly 108. It's fine. We'll manage. So, must make sure that Aleister Black retains that title. 4.5-star classic. Level 4? Level 4? No! You screwed me. I should have done back-to-back. I can't believe Maurice botched that. What the hell? Chelsea Green and Natalya. The boat, paws out, claws out, gets the win. It was 2.5, okay. Shaquille, 3.5. Solid steel cage for Omos and Cody brings us, whoa, it was 4 stars, amazing. Javon and Jacob, please don't get hurt, but if you do, we'll be okay. Javon gets the win. It was 3.5 stars. And your main event, Hell in the Cell, we need new champions. And new 5 stars legendary. Over on Monday Night Raw, a tables match. Big Red, Eric Rowan versus Dante Roberts, the cruiserweight. Sure, it is Rowan as it should be, and it is 3.5 stars. The call out, level 2, level 3. Duke Hudson, Oamdar. It says title match. I don't see the graphic in the background saying, hey, it's for the title, but it says mid-card title match. So that's interesting. There's usually like a gold in the background there. But Duke Hudson gets the win. It was 3.5 stars. Isla Dawn gets +3. Iron Man with Josh Briggs and Julius Creed. That is a stamina drainer, but Josh Briggs has to win. It was 3 stars. Garcia calls out Kyrie, level 3, level 4. Randy Orton and Mark Coffey. Mixing it up, it is the Viper, and is 3 stars. And your main event for the tag team titles, Kyrie and Dakota defend against Zoe and Maya T. Kirk. And it is Kyrie and Dakota, and it was 3.5 stars. And still. And over on the blue brand, we open with a fatal 4-way for the undisputed women's championship of SmackDown. Could this be Shayna 2 belts? She's also the US champion. Maybe. Can Lyra stay healthy? Maybe. Manifestation is your new champion here on SmackDown, 3 stars. Eric and Matador, who have good stamina, so good for them, in the mid-card. Eric gets the win. It was 2 stars. Rhea and Wendy are back at it again on this show. So sure, Rhea, Bloody, Ripley, 3 stars. Another fatal 4-way, Joaquin, Theory, Hector, and Ivar. Sure, why not? It is Joaquin Wilde, and it was 2.5 stars. Notably absent on this show, Jey Uso, with an 8-week injury. But who's not injured and is not here for reasons? Gunta. Weird. Anyhow, Kaiser, Loomis, Dragon Lee for the US title. And it will be, and new. Now it is Kaiser 2 belts. It is 4 stars, amazing. And finally, the Land of Extreme AOP family. It's going to be the family. And it was 3.5 stars. Pete Dunne is in ECW cutting a charity promo. The Bruiserweight. Blair, Davenport, and Maxine Dupree. So they hired in Blair. Good for them. And it is Maxine with the win. And it was 1.5 stars. Tozawa calls out Rezar, level 1, level 2. Stardust, Montez Ford, and your TV champion, I want to say, New Jack. So, sure, why not, for that title. And it is Montez Ford. And it is 3 stars. Oh wait, I'm wrong. That is your new ECW World Champion. Eddie Thorpe calls out Elton Prince, was good. Jakara and Candace, because Indy is now injured. And it is the Poison Pixie, and it was 2 stars. And Gigi and Fallon, forever battling back and forth. It is Fallon Henley, a 4.5 star classic. We won the 1st, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. So 4 of the 5 segments. The only reason it was not a clean sweep is because of Chelsea and Natalya, which is hilarious to me. So, continuing, we have 72,000 new fans, and we lost $13,000. Yeah, you know, book some big matches there, it happens. Over on Raw, They did 53, so like 20k less, and made 52. SmackDown did 48, crushed them. They made some bank, but look, man, we win by the ratings, not by the budget. And EC did 48, and they made 57, which puts us in a much more comfortable lead of 56,000 over Team Teddy, who needs to replace his world champion who's hurt the rest of the show, unless he has a power card. We'll see. And then CM Punk, where is your women's champion? You need a new one of those as well. So, continuing to Survivor Series, another power card from CM Punk. Reduce the fan retention rate of all opposing brands by 3% on next week's show. Another one, bad timing on the contract, and who? Shaq is the only one I can think of, because we signed, Natalya and Shaq, because we signed Maurice for the rest of this show. So, Javon is not booked for this show. That's fine. Shaq wants 84,000. I have 80. We keep lowballing Shaq 58. What do you say? He wants his asking price. And while normally I would say bye-bye to demanding 84,000 on the contract, looking here at the bottom of the list here, it says, doing a head count, that Omos is not here. And that's, what that says, I don't know yet. I'm concerned. So sure, we'll meet your price, Shaq. Keep on cutting those charity promos. It's fine. Don't appreciate being lowballed. Shut up. Natalya wants 59,000. Let's talk turkey on that, because you're Natalya, so I'll say 41 from the Heart Dungeon. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Javon can't work, we know. Jacob Fatu wants to win, and Omos needs time away for 2 weeks. Adjust your plans. Do I get rid of Omos and regain $47,000, considering I just had him lose and he's out? Like, I will hire someone else for the final week of this show. So, cha-ching, Omos. If you don't show up, you're fired. Which brings us to Survivor Series. Funny enough that Triple H says, don't put Javon in a match. I literally can't. So, Talent Scout points, I could use those for next week to make sure we get someone to replace Omos. It's fine. Fatu wants to win his next match. Fine. And it's going to be a Fatal 4-Way again, and then mid-card, and then Fatal 4-Way TLC. So, War Games is the card, and that reduces the level of logistics. Is that a thing I really care about for tomorrow? We'll see. In terms of power cards, yeah, I don't know. But we have 106 here in the bank, so we're going to play things a little bit smart tomorrow in terms of how we book things in our budget, because we don't have much of it left. So, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.